All right, this is lesson Y4, slope-intercept form, find the slope and the y-intercept. All right, slope-intercept form is like the most common way to write an equation for a line. It is absolutely my favorite because it shows you all the important information about the graph like immediately. And I'll try to share with you how easy it could be, okay? So slope is something I hope we know is m, and then the y intercept. For this equation, we use the letter b, okay? And so slope-intercept form is y equals the slope x plus b. And now let's see if I can highlight that. And so remember that in this equation, the letter m is your slope, and then the variable b is your y-intercept, and that means that tells you exactly the point where it's going to cross the graph, like on the y-axis. So point on the y-axis. Right? So that equation tells you those two things. You can graph it, you can identify things. This first lesson is just going to tell you to identify, and it's going to ask you to identify these two parts in the equation. All right, so let's go through a couple examples real quick. So here's the equation. Find the y-intercept, right? And remember, I'm just going to review y equals mx plus b. Please memorize that. Y-intercept is b, so this is your y-intercept. And you actually just write it as 4, okay? Don't write plus 4, because it's a positive 4, so just write 4 there. This next example highlights that sometimes some of these numbers can be negatives. So if we have y equals mx plus b, slope is m. So this is your slope right there. So m equals negative 1/3. So now you have a negative slope for this equation. All right, last example, find the slope here, okay? So y equals mx plus b, slope is always the number next to the variable x, okay? So slope is right there, and then m equals 2. Hey, and just for fun, the y-intercept is going to be a negative on this one. Right? Because it says, even though it says plus b right there, here we have a negative 3. So y-intercept is going to be a negative 3. I mean, that wasn't part of the question that we were asked, but it's just kind of a cool thing to notice. All right, that's it for this lesson. I don't want to make it super long. Just memorize the slope-intercept form, the equation for it, and then know that m stands for slope, and then y-intercept is the letter b.